Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is good to see you. It's the best of times and it's the worst of times for strays in India. In Bangalore, the government has sanctioned biryani for city dogs. In stark contrast, in neighbouring Kerala, dangerous and diseased strays have been put on death row. The killer move in Kerala has animal lovers up in arms. NGOs are getting ready to challenge the government order in court. Here is why. In Kerala, the government, in a rather controversial move, has allowed its local bodies to euthanize strays that are hopelessly ill or dangerous. The government, interestingly, has used provisions of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals rules to justify this move. They say that Section 8 of these rules actually permit euthanasia if an animal is dangerous, terminally ill, or poses the risk of spreading disease. Now, as expected, animal lovers are accusing the Kerala government of spreading misinformation and cruelty. But here is the point, ladies and gentlemen, and this really is the point. Kerala has a biting problem which is only getting worse. In the last 7 years, there has been a 100% increase in stray dog bites. In the first 4 months of this year alone, there have been more than 1,15,000 dog bites and 16 deaths. And we are not even halfway through this year. The state has 50 lakh strays that have attacked children and the elderly at will. Last month in Kannur, a 5-year-old was attacked and bitten in his eye and leg. He died despite being vaccinated. Ladies and gentlemen, the situation has been dire in the state for some time now. A desperate government way back in 2015, some 10 years ago, had ordered the culling of 2.5 lakh rabid strays. Not all, but the rabid ones. The matter reached the Supreme Court and Kerala was asked to follow the rules. But soon, vigilante groups in the state started taking matters in their hands and started shooting strays with air guns. It is clear that people in Kerala and people across India are fed up of rabid strays that are everywhere you look, moving in packs, threatening children and the elderly. It is also clear that the ABC, that's the animal birth control measures, are not as effective as we would have liked them to be. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a cruel person. I'm not an anti-stray activist either. But today, even I am compelled to ask, is putting rabid and diseased dogs to death the only way? My guest this evening, Ambika Shukla, is a citizen activist joining us on the broadcast. She's a trustee for the People for Animals. Her organization is the one that is taking the Kerala government to court. My other guest will be joining me in just a bit, but Ambika ji, I want to start with you. Ambika ji, when there are citizens in Kerala who are supporting the Kerala government saying we are fed up of strays, especially rabid strays, who bite our children and the elderly without any provocation, I've already put out the figures for our viewers. Is it unfair to then ask the question if euthanizing these rabid and diseased dogs is the only solution, because all else seems to have failed?
Kerala has never tried anything but killing. Like you said, vigilante groups have been killing and they have continued to kill. Kerala has never implemented the animal birth control rules properly. It was the last state in India. The animal birth controls were introduced 2001. Kerala did not introduce them till 2017, 17 years after, and only when it was forced to by the Kerala High Court order. And then they introduced the program. They did not entrust it to an animal welfare organization or a veterinary organization or any kind of knowledgeable outfit that would implement it properly. They gave it to a women's empowerment group, which botched up the program, did not implement it, stole all the money, and was finally closed down again by order of the Kerala High Court, saying you have made a complete mess of the program, close it down. But they have never taken any measures seriously to tackle the problem in a humane, compassionate, sensible and systematic manner. It has always been a stop and start, kill. But killing has been continuous. So when you say without provocation, that is completely false. And there is no such thing as rabid gangs of dogs roaming all over. Rabies is an extremely rare disease. Do you know the figures of rabies? They have been brought down from 20,000 at one point to just 54 in the whole country in the whole year. And that is the result of the ABC program. So please don't say that the ABC program is a failure. It is extremely successful wherever it has been properly, systematically and intentionally implemented. Where you have had complete carelessness, where it's just been on paper, like with the Kerala government, how can you expect results? And then don't blame the dogs. They are not at fault. Dogs are victims of a disease. They are not carriers of a disease. They are victims. They die from rabies just as anybody else. It is every warm-blooded mammal can get or give the disease. And it is extremely rare, because what happens when a dog gets the disease? His jaw gets paralyzed, so he's unable to bite. The second thing is that the rabies virus is so delicate that even washing with just soap and water will kill it. So this is why rabies is so extremely rare. There is no such thing as gangs of rabid dogs, because the dog will die within 7 to 10 days of contracting rabies. So and he will hole up in a corner because he's in agony. So he cannot bite. He can hardly move. He is a victim just like us. He is not some dangerous dog at all. He is in agony. He is a victim and he should be treated with compassion just like any other.
Sure, but that is a matter of debate, and I say this.
Victim, any other patient.
Sure, and I say this because there are people.
It's not a matter of debate, man. It's a matter of science.
No, it is also a matter of debate as to who the victim is here, right? If you have children being bitten and you have elderly being bitten by stray dogs, then they are victims too.
They are both. No, but rabies, a victim is a victim, whether it's a dog or a human or any other mammal. You have rabies victims, and rabies cases are coming down hugely. India is on the verge of being rabies free. And this is the result of the ABC program, the vaccination and sterilization program, which is spearheaded by feeders. Kerala has a failure rate only because it has never implemented the ABC program. Why don't they implement it with seriousness and see the results?
Let me get the other point of view as well. Ek minute, Rahul Easwar. Give me a minute here. Dr. Pula Rao, we've heard Ambika Shukla's argument, and she has a point as well. Dr. Pula Rao, essentially what Ambika Shukla is saying and arguing, and this is probably the argument that the People for Animals is going to make in court as well, because they are dragging the Kerala government to court, is that Kerala hasn't tried anything except trying to kill dogs that are dangerous or are rabid or have rabies. Had you tried the ABC in all seriousness, maybe you would not have had to pass this controversial order that will eventually be challenged.
No, eventually these orders come around when there's public support for it. There's vast public support every day. You know how many people are bitten by dogs in Delhi? Go to the government hospitals. 1,000 to 2,000 get injections on the government hospitals, private hospitals, and the state like Delhi. What about, I don't want to counter Ms. Shukla with facts and all that. There's no time for that. There has to be a solution. It is not a question of a dog bite or a snake bite or a monkey bite that you don't die. What is the interim pain that people suffer? It's not possible, Shreya ji. A working person gets bitten by a dog. He has to take leave for a week. He has to get an injection. There is terror. It is now time for the government to find a solution. For example, I may be just digressing a little bit. There's a monkey menace.
Ambika, I'll come back to you. Give me a minute. Let's hear everyone's opinion here, because this is a story that divides people. There is public support in Kerala for the Kerala government's order, which has allowed its local bodies to euthanize dogs that are rabid and that are dangerous. There is public support for that. We cannot, wish that away. But let's just give everyone an opportunity to talk. I'll let you counter them, of course. Dr. Pula Rao, please complete your point.
Yeah, you see, the main thing is we need solutions in a country like India. A person who's bitten by a dog or a monkey or a snake, it is not over. The child didn't die. It is a terrific, terrible, traumatic experience. Unless one experiences it, you don't know what it is about.
Dr. Pula Rao, what is your point? We know it's traumatic, but what is your point?
My point is, government should take all steps to eradicate the menace, maybe find solutions which everybody is happy with. You can't bargain. There is no level of comfort in this. For a person, you can't walk the streets, walk places alone with a sudden fear of a dog, one dog. We have dogs, but this has now become a menace. Whether it's dogs, whether it's monkeys or snakes, government has to act. I have given you a figure. 1,000, 2,000 people are bitten by dogs in every big city. Every day. Counter it. Is it a small thing? How deep you're bitten? Just a grave. It is something
Rahul
which has
Easwar,
government has.
I heard you. Rahul Easwar wanted to come in. Rahul, go ahead.
Ma'am, can I point out one thing? In Kerala, back in 2014, 1,19,000 cases of dog bites were registered. Right now in 2024, it is 3,16,793 cases. Please understand the gravity and seriousness of the case. We are all respectful, and with great respect to Ambika ma'am, we cannot generalize something by saying whether it is dog or human. We are not on the same pedestal. As humans, we have more responsibility to humans. Yes, dogs should be taken care. All the animals should be taken care. Yes, nobody is disputing that. We believe in Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. At the same point of time, we cannot do it at the cost of human beings. What about those babies and children killed by the dogs? What about those all instances where poor human beings were brutally killed by the dogs? So this is issue. The place where I am coming from, Trivandrum, in 2024, 50,870 cases of bites were registered. So please understand the gravity of the problem. And as a common layman, whatever solution the government proposes, we are okay with it. But government has to take initiative and to get these stray dogs out of it. And regarding the stray dogs, the stray dog population is somewhere around 2.89 lakh stray dogs are there, plus nearly 8.5 lakh other dogs. So there is a huge issue that's happening. We cannot, close our eyes towards that kind of a reality. Any kind of a solution should be there, because human life cannot be equated with the life of a dog, even though dog's life is very important. But human life cannot be having a false equivalence with a dog's life.
But Rahul Easwar, does killing a dog or culling a dog to curb the menace, does that sit well with you? It's not something I would want. But I'm thinking to myself, if nothing else is working, maybe this is the only thing that will.
I concede and I admit it feels bad. It feels a lack of empathetic approach. But having said that, when you listen to a family crying over their baby who doesn't have any problem but being bitten by a dog, when you see to a young girl being attacked and killed by two dogs, it feels more outraged. Yes, there should be some kind of a solution, but human beings have the higher priority. Let us not mince our words in it. Human beings do have a higher priority, and that's a fact.
Mithun Vijay Kumar, how do you even argue against the Kerala government's order after what happened in Kannur? A young boy, 5 years old, he's bitten in the eye, he's bitten in the right leg, he's vaccinated, by the way, and he dies. How do you argue against what the Kerala government is doing? They are desperate. It's as simple as that.
See, just because the Kerala government could not manage such situations well, I can't say that killing an animal is the solution. I definitely put human life above any strays. But, when we speak about coexistence, we can't be, hypocritical in a way that we want the dogs to be killed on one hand, and on the other hand, we want coexistence. I believe killing an animal is not a solution. The problem of dog bites is going up because we are not handling the situation well. We should have designated feeding zones that must be, identified and maintained in consultation with residents. We can, significantly reduce stray aggression by ensuring dogs are not scavenging or fighting for food. Are we doing any of these things? We are not. Simultaneously, we should have municipality administrated vaccination drives and sterilization drives to help control the the population of dogs. And they should be, it should not reach a point where public health, we should not be taking it to a point where we have to kill the animal to ensure public health safety. So from a social standpoint, these steps, better management, it will foster coexistence, reduce the panic, and uphold India's constitutional duty to show compassion towards all living beings. And from an animal rights perspective, killing is not a policy. It is a failure of a policy is what we need to understand. But better management protects the voiceless, but also reflects the moral maturity of a civilized society. We speak about, Kerala being the most literate state and all, and why don't we have this moral maturity to save these voiceless animals? If cities like Goa can demonstrate success through ABC and awareness campaigns, if states like Goa or cities like Chennai, why can't Kerala adopt it?
You know, it's all very well to talk about moral maturity, but moral maturity goes out and takes a walk if you have 1.15 lakh dog bites in the first 4 months of a year and 16 people die, including 4 little children. Then honestly, morality can go take a walk.
Let me respond to that.
That's because they're not doing the sterilization drive properly.
Let me respond to that. Firstly,
and Ambika ji, you know, Ambika ji, Mithun just brought out a point that every area, just give me a minute, that, you know, every city and every locality should have feeding points. In India, every road, every colony is a feeding point. Outside colonies, outside offices, jahan dekho feeding chal raha hai. And when you try and stop people, they call you insensitive.
That's because the local administration is not keeping designated feeding points.
No, the Supreme Court is saying if you want to feed these dogs, please feed them in your own home. That's the observation they have made this week.
No, see, that's a problem. You should have designated spots where you discuss with the community, where you discuss with the residents, and you have these designated spots. It is not impossible. Many countries are doing it. It's not a impossible thing to keep the stray outside.
Try putting that argument to someone who feeds dogs. And see what happens. You'll probably be dragged to court like other people have. Ambika ji, go ahead, please.
Problem is
the civilized approach, ma'am, whereas, yes, feeding points are to be designated as per the number and territorial area of dogs. It's a very scientific approach. Because what is the cause of bites? There are 3 main causes of bites. One is during the mating season when males get excitable. The second is after a female delivers babies, she becomes protective of her pups. And the third is territorial fighting. Now, ABC takes care of all 3 conditions. There is no mating, so males don't get excitable. There is no female puppy. There are no puppies, so females don't get protective. And dogs are replaced in their original areas with feeding points in those original areas. So there is no territorial fighting. This has all been laid out in the ABC program if the Kerala government would only adopt it and implement it properly, like Goa has done, like Sikkim has done, like Bhutan has done. Bhutan has got 100% sterilization and not a single dog culled. We have tried killing before and it has always failed. It has always failed. For 60 years we have been killing dogs until finally it was shown that rabies cases were increasing while we were killing, and so was the dog population. So finally the court stepped in and replaced the killing with the ABC program, which is a WHO recommended program which has succeeded all around the world, including in Netherlands, in Bhutan, in every part of the world where it has been implemented properly. Okay. So what we are looking at is really a failure of a program, not a failure of anything else. We have tried killing, it has never worked, and Kerala kills all animals. They kill elephants, they kill dogs, they kill cows, they kill anything. It's a bloodthirsty state. So, for them, killing is something that they are very, very well adapted. So when you say public support, they support killing cows, they support killing elephants, they support killing tigers. They've asked to kill tigers now.
You're making sweeping generalizations. No, you're making sweeping generalizations. I don't think any state or any people will take their air guns and start shooting dogs because they think it is a sport. They are doing it because their children are being endangered. And over the years, over and over again, ma'am, we have seen videos of unprovoked dog attacks. We have seen them. And seeing is believing in this case. But I'll let Rahul Easwar defend his people and his state.
Can I?
Yeah, Rahul, go ahead.
Can I point out 2 things? See, and Ambika ji, with due respect, we all respect animals and we respect people who fight for animals. We are not those kind of people who will simply tarnish and, use swear words against them. But at the same point of time, please understand some ground realities. I don't speak for the government, but at the same point of time, please find a solution via court. Please find a solution via government for this serious issue. Because, many people, let me be open with it, including me, many people are afraid to go for morning walk. Because
I'm afraid to go for a morning walk. If I step out of my colony, there are 6 dogs there being fed.
We don't want to walk on the street after 7 or 8 because there are less people and there are more dogs. So there are some issues. Please find funds through CSR. Please find resource allocation and please find a solution to this. See, we don't have an opinion that all dogs should be shot dead. We are not blood hungry people. At the same point of time, we are worried for our kids. We are worried for our family. Please understand the genuine space where I'm coming from. We understand your empathy for dogs. We respect that. We Indian have a culture of respecting animals. We even see them as part of gods. But at the same point of time, unless you find a solution, unless you find some kind of resources and do some issue to this, people will get more angry. People will get more agitated because I cannot equate a dog to my child's life. I cannot equate any dogs to my family's life. So people are getting agitated because there is a serious issue on ground. As an animal rights activist, please coordinate with the government, courts, NGOs, CSR activities and find a solution. Don't hold people like me, normal, ordinary layman like me, responsible for it.
The solution is present, sir. The ABC, ask Sikkim, ask Goa, ask Bhutan. How have they been successful?
We are neither trigger happy.
How have they been successful in controlling the population and bringing zero rabies?
And we cannot.
Sir, they've done it without killing.
Tolerate these kind of things.
Killing is never the answer. It is a continuous killing. Killing means continually killing.
Okay.
Sir, nobody wants anybody hurt. We all want safe streets. We all want safety. But we say safety can be achieved without killing. In fact, killing is the opposite. It contradicts the program. It contradicts the fact you will have rabies cases increasing. You will have more bites. As dogs become defensive, as dogs become fearful, you will have more bites. And this is what has been proven earlier. So we're going down a failed route which has already been discarded. Why not?
Ambikaji, I have a question.
Yes.
My question is that the Kerala government is not saying cull all 50 lakh stray dogs in the state. That is not what they are saying. They are saying that there are problems. They are saying, ma'am, the ones who are beyond hope, the ones who are diseased, and the ones who are dangerous. Please simply
How do you determine that? How do you determine that? If a dog has a skin disease, is he killed? If a dog has nasal discharge, is he killed? If a dog has an ear infection, is he killed? In Kerala, a state that is happy to kill, I would not trust any kind of distinction.
Mithun Kumar,
you will see a dog and you will kill him, and you will fill in the paper form.
Mithun Kumar,
and you will simply say,
Ambikaji for a second time on the show is saying that Kerala is trigger happy, it's happy to kill. Do you agree with that?
I would totally disagree when she says that, Kerala is a bloodthirsty state. But at the same time, I also understand the frustration of people like Rahul Easwar. It's completely understandable. But at the same time, it's a reality that the Kerala government is not managing the situation well. I see it as a betrayal of responsibility on the part of Kerala government. They are actually using a legal provision meant for, rare emergencies like bird flu or major disease outbreaks. This is a misuse of law, and we have to look at it from a legal point of view. And we need to understand that we need to coexist with all these animals. And Kerala as a state, like I said, we brag about our literacy and all these things. And I would like to ask Pinarayi Vijayan government, what have they done in terms of educating the public in managing such situations? I don't see any effort on the part of government to teach people, how to behave around stray animals. It's something we must teach our kids if we believe in the idea of coexistence. And
but
I don't see
coexistence, look at the numbers. What is the population of Kerala? I've just done a Google search here. It is 3.53 crores. How many stray dogs in Kerala? 50 lakh, possibly more. This is an old survey.
Why don't we question the problem? Why is it happening? Because ABC is not done properly? Because there is improper management on the part of government when it comes to handling situations like
ABC,
these?
I mean, the prevention of cruelty against animals is also saying that if the dog is diseased, it can be neutralized. That is Section 8 of the law. And that is exactly what the Kerala government is citing.
I got stuck for... Sorry, look, so see, there is a complete, I missed a bit of your audio. I think you're talking about Section 8.
Correct.
See, Section 8 is about prevention of cruelty to animal, and it needs to be applied. So if the major problem here is dog to animal, dog to human conflict, if it is becoming a concern for the government, the solution is not to kill the animal. It's about planning it with some level of scientific responsibility. And I see that in Kerala the ministers speak a lot about promoting scientific temper when it comes to matters which is on the religious side. But when it comes to managing issues like this, they are adopting methods of the Stone Age. This can't be accepted. And there are plenty of cities in the world that feed strays, care for them, and reduce aggression. Then why can't Kerala follow the same model? We are always trying to take the easy way out. And as a sensible society, we should not be supporting the government when they are trying to take the easy way out. And I always believe that a society is judged by how they treat the weakest. Okay. So today,
Mithun, what I think is the easy way out is the fact that if you can adopt a stray, you will not adopt a stray, but you'll go feed them on the roads and create a menace. So that's the easy way out, as far as I'm concerned. I'll give you the last word, Rahul Easwar. Go ahead, please. 10 seconds.
My only humble request would be, please, let's find a solution to it. It's not that Kerala government is trigger happy. There is massive stress and pressure on ground. Let's remember that. And please.
Oops. We'll wrap the show with that. I think we've lost him. Thank you very much. Ambika Shukla, good to have you on the show. Thank you very much for joining us. Mithun Vijay Kumar, thanks for your time. Rahul Easwar, we lost you last minute. Thank you very much. And Dr. Pullarao, thank you very much. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, a break. There's more on the other side.